I'm here, I'm here, I am here. And I'm certain you can tell that the hour is late because you can hear all of that noise coming from the, I'm going to call them bats in the trees or something, you see. But you can hear, we're just getting over on this side. We're just going to put in a lap. Take that walk anyway. That's exactly what we're going to do. With all that rain, you can see how quickly the grass has grown. Since we were here on last Saturday. And right away, this is the voice of High Servant, Mother Doris, founder by M. Sent Me, builder of the storehouse. We are at, right now, the building 1500, known as the Pinnacle. It used to be the Pinnacle Direct Funding Corporation. This building, like we said, has been vacant for some time. Nothing looks like it's changed other than we can see that there's some like weeds and all that was put into the dumpster back there. So looks like, yes, someone has come between last Saturday and today. But other than that, it just pretty much looks the same in all. You can see quite a bit of excess trash, you see. It's just alarming to the servant. It's just alarming when we see good structured building. You can see all of how they set it waste. And it looks like someone did come and cut up to a certain part of the grass, but you know, the rest to the owner, I guess, to fix it and make it. We'll look at other videos, but this looks kind of different. So this looks, we'll check other videos for this right here, unless we were just so caught in the wind we didn't see it. Or they might have been there, they just painted it, but it looks different. So we'll check other videos to see if it's there. This is the back of that building. We're going the other direction, like twice, back to back. But you can see they come and they cut up to a certain amount of grass. No, the light didn't come on. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. But we just thought we'd do a quick walk around here and all. Today is July the 24th of 2021, and like we said, you can tell that the hour is pretty late, and we have at least one more stop to go before calling it the night. Normally that vehicle sits over here. It makes you have to, isn't it just alarming how it makes you walk out, how vehicles take the precedence over people that the sidewalks are made for. It's not another road. But you see quite a bit of that in Florida. You see quite a bit of that here in Florida. As if we have to war between sidewalk or walking out there on the road, because if the ones that are riding bicycles aren't using the walkway, and of course, you know, they have plenty of area out on the road that has been created for the bicycle as well. But it's just alarming that, you know, things can just continue. And, you know, people are grown. This is what getting me. Let me air this out for about a minute or two. Normally we don't do that, but we seen that right there, that where that vehicle is parked twice in that area, preventing his servant from using the sidewalk when we can. Now, understand sometimes we can't use the sidewalk because we're going in this direction real quick, because, you know, it has a lot of trees, and MD just don't be feeling them trees like that. But when we can use that sidewalk, we sure do try to use it. See, look at that. Look over there. Remember last week? Looks like they started putting the grass out there. It's just beautiful when you see people investing in the place where they live. So they have done some landscaping there. So unlike last Saturday, it was pretty bald over there in that area, but you could see something was coming. Beautiful. They're working on that. Some have come to cut back that right there, but we can see that the X's are still there. There are 3 in that area here. It's a little dark, so you might not see it, but you can see a couple of them there. It's 3 of them right there. We're seeing how long they stay up with the X on them. But oh, looks like we see some people in the parking lot over here. This was that couple streets over and all. And let's get over here on this sidewalk here. Unless they just went around and freshened up the paint. It could have been that, and perhaps the paint was so dull that it just didn't capture our attention. But it's some people over here at this Calvary chapel, and so are the X. We won't go as far as that. You can see the X over there. They're still here. Well, let's see, and the other X is over there on that tree there. We'd have to go up in there, but it's quite dark. Like we said, it's kind of late in the evening. And so, Amazing, hi, how are you? She spoke. And now, so we pretty much know what's in this area over here. I almost want to walk inside that door, but we'll just keep it in our regular routine walk. Like we said, we weren't going as far as that creepy tree and all, but this was the first time that we came down here, and there's pretty much like senior citizen kind of people in this area over here and all, and so that's interesting. So the next time, if it wasn't so late, I would probably walk up in there, but we want to get back to Glory. Just wanted to check on the X. Now, it's amazing that the X is that important. Yes, it is. But anyway, pretty much got a feel on what is a couple streets over and all. And that's why we say that, you know, you can look out there and look at the beautiful grass. It's so bald from the person just parking on there. And that too, grass and that, and the sidewalk. Let us cross this street over here. Grass and the sidewalk, it's just amazing. But like we said, it'd be adults. They are adults. Thought about that the other day as I was talking to Danelle, and I was saying to her how, to just throw a name out there to give a position and all that, but just was talking to her how I've seen her just pass memo after memo after memo, and a couple of them caught his servant attention, and You think with all of the technology that we have, we're just going to be walking back and forth here because, like we said, we dodged them trees and all, and it is kind of late in the evening. But I just love the way they have built that to go up to their house like that. I love that. That is a nice look. They have one coming to the right and going straight up. It's there more than once. They have 3 ways to go up there. That is just gorgeous. Love that. That's different. I'm gonna get that, capture that. That's a wow. It almost reminds me of those 5 porches. Wow, kind of like that. And you can see that they put some work into that too as well. So you could also go up that area as well. Wow, like that. But anyway, I was talking to her and how I was, complimenting her in certain, in a certain area, and also encouraging her at the same time, because I had seen, her put so many different memos out about, parking on the sidewalk, and some people don't think it's a sidewalk because it's as flat as this. It looks as flat as this, but it's still a sidewalk. And how I've seen her, pass a couple of memos, and how, you would get a warning, and then after the warning, you will get your car towed or whatever vehicle. And after that, after we were talking the other day, I said to her, you understand, that I just let her know that I'd seen those memos. But what blew his servant mind, that just is like an alarm that constantly goes off, is that when you go into these different communities, or when a servant goes over there to try to help in certain areas as much as possible, and at least get the feel of the area to find out why crime is so high in certain areas. And then once we get inside, we call it the cage. People call it a community and apartments, and if someone takes offense to this right here, it's coming straight from a pure place. And maybe no one has ever called it that before. But hopefully we're on the right street, because they cut everything down here and look kind of neat over here on this side. But anyway, and things do look different in the dark. But anyway, MD call it a cage, and they call it a gated community, but MD call it a cage. You get inside them cages that they say pet friendly, and you find that there are a lot of animals inside of those places. Anything like a pet to MD, that area is still dry over there. Anything that's like a pet to MD, you ought to be able to pet it. A turtle, a hamster, a guinea pig. See, something of that nature. What else? You can't pet little goldfish, but they are little pets for some people. And then you have some people just have different little things but they're small and they can be petted. But some of the animals that his servant have seen in several communities, it's like, wow, are you serious when you call it an animal? Let me run across the street right here. Here comes the car. Are you serious calling it an animal? I mean, a pet? That thing is an animal. And like I said, you can't pet it, and don't try. That was kind of quick, wasn't it? But we really don't have a lot of time on this to do this filming here, because we haven't been able to download our last video, which was quite some. It took up, quite a bit of minutes, and so we're still trying to download that after several times. So we're off the internet today. This is our fast off the internet. So we're off the internet on every Saturday, so we can't see if it uploaded or not. But when we come and check on it tomorrow, which is Sunday, hopefully it would have downloaded. If not, we'll have to see what is really up with that. But anyway, and it was a real good video. May we say it was a real nice video from last Saturday. It was the 17th, July the 17th of 2021. But anyway, we're over here back where Glory is, and we're about to end this one here. But we have a video out, and since that one is pretty lengthy, this one will not be. And the hour is really late, and we have one more stop to go on tonight before going way back across the other side. And so we would like to say to you that we have that loading up, and also we started that Mercy She Hopes. We started it as of Thursday, which was a perfect timing, which it was the 22nd, a day for light. And so we were able to launch that, get that up and going. We weren't going to wait one more second, one more minute, one more day, no more hour, none of that. We just went into it, and it's going to get better and better and better. We have created a time for this because the Spirit said, what time was it when we saw that bright light? And we said 8:25. So the but the series of Mercy She Hopes, we'll do our best to do it every Thursday. But if we don't, then always expect us to try to do it on the 4th Thursday of every month. All right, and this is that official time, which is 8:25 p.m. We kind of drug things along this Thursday because it was still kind of light outside, even if we were going to do it at 7:09 or 7:30. And so, when the Spirit brought to His servant attention the time that we saw that bright light, that is the official time that we're going to be coming with that Mercy She Hopes. All right. And so we're just going to leave those pets or animals and things alone. But we were just very concerned because this is what better places and causes places to be upgraded and brings respect and unity and peace and love and admiration and all this kind of admiration brings all of this to people that are so close together. You understand, like one unit to another unit that connects us, or like these houses, they're very close together. You understand, and when you get people in areas, of course, this is a neighborhood, but like those communities and things, like we say, they're cages. Who built the cages? Joe, is that what Donald Trump asked him one time? And it's like how sophisticated the cages are getting now, you understand, because they're so obvious now that now the new cages are these communities that are gated up, that when you get on the inside, it's like you are in a cage, and you're in a cage with like wild animals, and people just do whatever they want to do. And we're not trying to offend anybody, because if you don't fit in that category, then of course we're talking above you, which we all should be. And so we were looking and talking to Danelle, and we were saying, after we finished talking with her, I had a lot of thoughts. A lot of thoughts were going through MD's spirit and all, and I began to think about some of the things that she was saying, and then we had to point out one hazardous area that was continually to be a hazardous. And after we did that and had a moment to sit at our work desk and start thinking about the things that we were talking about and all that and all, and out in MD spirit, I'm like, Lord, these are grown people. These aren't, there's an ant pile over there, so I don't want to go into glory until it's time for me to really get into glory. But I said it like this to the Lord. His servant began to talk to the Lord like, Lord, these are grown people. These aren't, they don't lease these units out to, minors and children and things like that. These are supposed to be adults. And it's like they have to be told, take your trash out. Don't leave your trash out. Do not park on the sidewalk. Put your dogs on a leash. That's a cage. It's a cage. It's a cage. And that's why the supervision is necessary. And I'm like, Lord, these are grown people. And loud music and all of this, these are grown people. These aren't little kids that need to be told and taught what to do over and over and over till it really trains the mind that this is not the way to do it. And it's like, wow. And so, you know, that's another reason why we're at a building and looking at a building, and there's no lights over there, but that's why we're down here looking at a building, because we, his servant, I am sent me the storehouse. We are seeking to get our own so that we can be a part to contribute to bettering our communities, our neighborhoods. But as we said, we've done that in every area from 1999 until where we are now, 22 years later, and all that we're really wanting to establish his kingdom. And so getting a building, that is what we are pushing for. And of course, those that really get really inside that BIBLE understands what it is when you're building a kingdom, that, you know, there are guidelines, there are things that you do, and you put them in place and all. And like we said, we don't this is something that comes straight from the mouth of his servant, that we say we don't over here when we're teaching the blessing of promise. It is not something that we're practicing or even to the point that you could hear us say we're preaching it. It's not even that either. Or it's not even a principle. It's a promise. And to get this over to the people, to the believer that is the receiver, well, let's say this, to get it over to thy people, that, you know, the people that shall all be righteous, they will understand this. You know, they will understand what it is to be inside of the kingdom. You understand? And the kingdom is to set a higher standard, a higher goal, we're to come and represent. And, you know, just given the opportunity to do it right, because that's the only way that MD can do it, is do it right. So this building has been vacant for some time. And we gave you the date. We tracked it back to October the 25th, but it's been vacant before then. But that was the time we did the first video at this building. But we have several that we've done since then. And here it is today, July the 24th of 2021, and it is still vacant and all. And so we're looking to get into the city of Orlando just to get a building. And like we said, those we're welcoming those that are investors, those that are looking to do something new and to invest in something new. We're asking you to invest into his servant, into I Am Sent Me, into the storehouse. Well, we said we wouldn't be long, and we had a few more extra minutes than we thought. And also, we don't want this video to click off on us and all, but today is July the 24th of 2021. This is the voice of High Servant Mother Doris, founder of I Am Sent Me, builder of the storehouse. Until next time, God bless.